go one honey. I want our people to understand one very thing. At the end of this very race, Biafra is going to emerge. It doesn't matter what anybody does. And to our African friends and brethren, I want them to also understand this. We talk about Pan-Africanism. Pan-Africanism cannot take off without Biafra, because we do need a genuinely free country in Africa to be able to drive that very critical and important initiative. We are seeking to build a country that God Almighty in heaven will be very proud of. And though the Janjaweed, the Fulani Caliphate, have sent their armies of conquest into our land, that this very day, we don't even know if those who are killing us are doing so on behalf of the Nigerian state or they're doing it on behalf of the Islamic Caliphate. Because as we well know, ISIS is now in Niger State. Very soon they'll be in Kogi, and then from Kogi they'll come into Anambra, and the real war will begin. Remember, very many years ago, I told you one very critical point for you to bear in mind at all times. So basically to guide you in all your deliberations and your thinking about Biafra. They're going to kill us. That is true. But that is not going to stop Biafra from coming. We are going to do all we can to defend our land and to defend our people. The whole world may appear to be against us, but we have done nothing wrong. That is the most frightening thing about this whole thing. If you ask the world, what did Biafra do wrong to you? Nobody can tell. Nobody can actually explain to you properly, because they want a world where very illiterate nomadic set of people will be in charge of governance, where you have refineries and they're no longer working, where you produce oil and gas but still import kerosene and fuel for your cars, where they want to impoverish the people. For those who may not be acquainted, or should I say familiar with the book that one of our very good friends wrote in years gone by, Walter Rodney. He was at Dar es Salaam University where he was assassinated by the CIA very many years ago. Walter Rodney wrote a very compelling book called How Europe Underdeveloped Africa. What we are witnessing today is precisely what he was trying to explain to us. If you allow yourselves to be taken over by greed, by self-preservation and the trappings that you find in North America and in Europe and in Far East Asia, you will never ever develop your land. We are fighting for Biafra that we may restore our lost dignity. We are fighting for Biafra that black people all over the world may be set free at last. We are fighting for Biafra not that we may have or commence the building of a large empire, not at all. We are asking for a Biafra where we can live and die with a semblance of dignity. Because right now people are dying, but there isn't any dignity. We must stand very tall and very strong, resist our enemies. That thing that we are thinking now that is impossible to accomplish very soon, you will say it. We must remain resilient. We must remain devoted. We must remain unflappable. We are not going to retreat, not one iota. If at the end of this race there is only one Biafran man and one Biafran woman left, may they continue to expand. They killed us, 5 million of us, after the war. After the war in 1970, we had lost 5 million people. But there we are still the largest ethnic bloc anywhere in the entire Nigeria, because God is faithful. And at this very critical time, this very Elohim that we worship is not going to abandon us. I'm not saying we're going to fold our hands in prayer and fasting alone. No, we are going to do what we have to do to ensure the survival of our race. An attempt has been made in the past to exterminate us. The British supported the killing and the mass slaughter of Biafrans because of crude oil and gas. That Ojukwu told Harold Wilson, we cannot give to you. This resource belongs to the people, and that was the end of it. And he said, because of that, we're going to kill you. And sadly, Britain is still doing something till this very day. A supposedly civilized and advanced country, aiding and abating the slaughter of an indigenous population because of oil and gas. Therefore, I'm asking all of you to remain very resolute, to remain very strong. Do not allow yourself to become distracted. we have almost won. As Dr. Basanga said here a short while ago, we have awoken the consciousness of not just ethnic nationalities within Nigeria, but the entire African continent as a whole. We have won the debate. Now is the time for us to restore Biafra. And once that is done, believe you me, everybody will come to Biafra and to pay homage. Or should I say pilgrimage in this case. So we are winning. Many are dying, I know that to be true. A few days ago, we lost the mother of our very, very formidable barrister, Okorafo. But that's not going to stop us. Because I know that they will kill us, we will kill them in the end. Biafra will come. And Biafra is very, very close. I want our people to develop the mindset of the Afghanis. Never say die. There were a group of people called the Mau Mau in Kenya. There were a group of people called the Kumeko in our land. These are the two people that fought the British to a standstill. Go and ask anywhere. And the remnants, of course, of Benin Kingdom, we must acknowledge them because they also fought very gallantly as well. We did not fight because we didn't like the Bible that the white man brought to us or the whiskey that accompanied it. We fought because we are free people. The time has come for us to restore the kingdom of heaven upon the face of this earth. The time has come for Biafra to be reestablished. The time has come for Black Africa to be free. The time has come for every Black person, regardless of where you are in the world, to stand tall and to say, I am an African. Remain very strong, remain very resolute, and may Chukwu Kikabiyama be with you all. Thank you.
Any day anybody can prove me wrong that Buhari is alive, I swear before the Almighty in heaven, I will abandon the station for Biafra. I say it again tonight. Anybody who can get that thing in Asorok to come out and to say, I am Buhari, I will abandon, I will come out publicly, I will apologize, I will rent my clothes, and I will abandon Biafra.
We are very, very strategic in terms of our approach, not just to the disintegration of the damnable zoological republic, but its disembowelment. I did promise you many years ago that by the time we are done with Nigeria, the name Nigeria will no longer exist. That is where we are heading to. And for us to be able to accomplish that, we need to recreate the scenario of Yemen, the scenario of Syria, the scenario of Somalia, because this very fight is not going to become any easier. As we get to the finishing line, it will become far more difficult. But God Almighty in heaven, Chukwu Kikabiyama, has done something for us. As the Janjaweed are coming down to the south to engage us, which I'm sure they're going to do, their lands in the north will be occupied by bandits that they themselves created. So this evening, I want you to understand that there is a method in our math.
The greatest problem in the history of humanity is to teach a black man to reason properly. And that's what we're going to do.
If you don't allow we Biafrans to go, that zoological republic called Nigeria will be a worse place than Somalia. And today it is happening. And if you have not applied for your Somalian visa, please try and do so. Should I say Somali visa? Try and do so as quickly as possible, because the zoo is on the path of destruction. And there is nothing man can do to reverse it. Mark today's date and what I'm telling you. Nigeria will be...
You don't want to die. You don't want to sacrifice anything. Your life of a slave in Kuwait is fine for you. Will they give you Kuwaiti passport? Will they give Kuwaiti passport to your children? Will they allow you to buy a house in Kuwait? Can your children be Kuwaiti prime minister? Then what on earth are you doing here then? That means you're a slave.
No, they're doing green